Hey guys, I'm Simon and welcome back to our architecture slash game design tour of Bioshock 2. And in between the last video and this one, I've thought about that opening level again. And I think I've decided that it was nowhere near as good as the opening in Bioshock 1. If you think about what happened in that level, like it was pretty ordinary, especially like they didn't introduce any of the story. Well, they kind of did at a basic level, but they didn't introduce the philosophy that underpins the story. So what I mean is, like, what do you know about Sophia Lamb at this point? You know she got you to shoot yourself in the head. You know that Eleanor is her daughter. And she calls herself the mother of the Rapture family. Like, what does that even mean? Like, we don't know at this point. Whereas if you remember back to Bioshock 1, you know what happened there. You crashed in a plane, you got into a bathysphere, and then Andrew Ryan talked to you in that little movie. You remember how it goes? He says, "I'm Andrew Ryan, and I would like to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow?" "No," says the man in Washington, "it belongs to the poor." "No," says the man in Vatican, "it belongs to God." "No," says the man in Moscow, "it belongs to everyone." I rejected these answers. Instead I chose Rapture, and on and on and on. And you know, I can remember the exact words of his speech because it was so memorable, right? And because through the entire game, that message and that philosophy was consistent. Whereas in Bioshock 2, I can't remember anything that Sophia Lamb says, and she hasn't given that speech. So not only do we not know, you know, some pretty basic background philosophy here, but you know, the game actually hasn't presented it to us. And like, contrast the power of Andrew Ryan telling you about Rapture with, you know, the level that we played through just before this bit, and you have to say that Bioshock 1 did the job a lot better. So I don't. Well, okay. That's the gist of it so far, I guess. So we're at Atlantic Express. Let us move forward.
Fucking things never work, never!
Safety now. Please use safety gear. Okay, that's cool. And it is harder, this game, because look at the rivet gun. Look at the crosshair there. That's the spread. If you remember, the first weapon we got in Bioshock 1 was the pistol, and the pistol had pinpoint accuracy. Like, it didn't have the circle, it was one dot, and wherever you pointed, that's what you hit with the pistol. So yeah, definitely the first game was easier, at least at the start.
Now most who survive are like this. Splicers. They're drug addicts. Vicious animals.
Okay, so now she's, you know, explaining to you what the splices are. And if you're playing this game for the first time, now you're kind of like, now she tells you they're drug addicts, that they're animals. So, you know, at the start of the game, you're being attacked and you didn't know why. The game really did throw you right into it.
You can sometimes trick the security system into opening a door, but you must have the proper tool.
The game really did throw you into it without really giving you much of an intro. Although now they're telling you about the splicers, and she's telling you about hacking as well. You can trick the hack tool and all that. And once we pick that up, she's gonna talk to us again. I'm just trying to look for loot because we're gonna need loot. You got the hack tool. Press mouse button to fire machines to subvert them to your side. Can I? Ah, never mind. To hack a machine, press F to stop the needle on the green section of the meter to advance. White will give you a nasty shock. Okay, so there wasn't any lag there, so that's good. I mean, the last thing you want with a trick like that is to have it lag and then have it not stop when you press the button and all that. Oh, look, there's a robot. You can also proximity hack by approaching the machine and pressing B. These keys are really strange. Fail. Okay, that's better. Hack security bots are friendly and will attack your enemies. Get a blue bonus while hacking to upgrade the damage. I'm pretty sure I got the blue bonus there. Anyway, bots are good. I like bots. Except when they get in your way. I saw something. Nope, nothing there. We will be reborn. No, you won't. It's pretty cool though, like the handprints, the butterflies, are kind of cute. So splicers and shadows, usual stuff. Let's see if I can sneak up on someone. I doubt it. Is that me twitching a little bit? I think it is. You can... Oh, that's a bit strange. What are those things? I guess that's just decorative. See if I can sneak up on someone. I don't see anyone though. See, all of that is scripted. Ah, there he is. Go, robot. Good job, robot. Took you a while, but you did it.
This is Dr. Sophia Lamb. Andrew Ryan is dead, but the tyrant dwells within us all. Remember, we reject the gene. We reject the self. We reject the tyrant.
Okay, I don't... So basically she's against... Like, I'm trying to fix... Okay, the game just kind of stopped for a moment there. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm trying to figure out what's in that message. I mean, aside from rejecting Andrew Ryan, she said reject the self and reject the gene. Okay. I mean, it wasn't... I mean, if you can remember the parasite messages back in Bioshock 1, it seemed like they're not communicating as clearly. Sophia Lamb here isn't. Anyway, let's go here. Hack the health stations, cost less to use and damage enemies that use them. Blue bonus, drop a free first aid kit, which I just got. Okay, that's pretty awesome. What's in here? Let's see. Shelves, tools that are not interactive. I am maxed out on rivet ammo, so I guess I'm not doing too bad. Let's listen to this.
I'm told that the people grow tense and isolated in the absence of the sun. Now they clamor for a psychiatrist. Do they miss the state censor, I wonder? Wartime seizure of private assets? Or the Cheka police vanishing them in the night? Regardless, this Lamb woman is said to be the foremost practitioner in her field. Fine. If she can quiet the rattling of the Great Chain's weakest links, I will leave her to it.
Okay. So a psychiatrist brought in, he doesn't like her. Right. See, that's a good part. You know, that's a good audio log. It tells us the story. It tells us the relationship between Andrew Ryan and Sophia Lamb. It gives us a reason for her being down here. And yeah, like, you know, it pretty much sets up the conflict between the two of them, and it tells us that he thinks that she's not Rapture material, and obviously, well, not quite obvious now, but as we learn later, she isn't Rapture material. At least not the way Ryan sees it. I can hear something. The end of Ryan is the end of the South. I can hear something. Is it loot? Is it on the other side of this wall or what? Let's just check around here. Oh yep, that's the quest target. Oh, this bit. I think I remember this bit.
I know you. That symbol on your hand marks you a dead man. 10 years, Subject Delta, since I watched you put a gun to your head and pull the trigger. But take heart. Out of your pain, paradise was born. I don't know how you survived, but your suffering is over now. These men will ease your burden. Please understand that like all I have done, this is an act of love.
It is Sophia Lamb. She has found you.
I mean, I'm sure you can see the parallels between this sequence and the early sequences in the first Bioshock. You know, the main enemy talking to you through a screen, all the splices ambushing you and all that. I mean, you remember that, right? At the beginning of Bioshock 1. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, on the one hand, it was a successful formula in the first game, but on the other hand, it's like you're copying yourself. You're just repeating the same trick. I mean, a good performer never does the same trick to the same audience twice. You know, you tell a joke once, it's funny. You tell a joke a second time, it's not funny. And it's the same with clever stories, you know. I hope I don't repeat myself too much, but I mean, have I ever repeated a joke twice? No, because I'm good, right? Because I'm awesome. Well, you don't want to tell the same joke or the same story or use the same trick more than once.
Now you know of the enemy we share, Sophia Lamb. The camera in your helmet allows me to watch through your eyes and help you to fight her.
Yeah, it's like a poor imitation of the first game almost. The way she talks, like she almost even uses the same phrases as Atlas in the first game. Now you know our enemy. I'm sure we said similar things, or I'm sure Atlas said similar things in the first game. There's loot back there.